Hey everybody, welcome to week 17 of the pregnancy. Everything's going really well. Just a few problems throughout that week. I'm a little late in doing this. I'm 18, almost 19 weeks now, so a little bit late, but I'll go over a little bit of, symptoms and things like that. For a couple of days, I had a horrible headache. I mean, so bad I actually thought I was getting a migraine, but I think it was just sinus pressure. And because I had it again the other day, and I just think that it's due to the changes, at this stage, and like the mucus and things like that. So I didn't take anything because, I take so much medication anyway. I take, an asthma medication every day. I take an allergy medication every day. I take the metformin every day. So I just didn't want to take anything else. I feel like, I take enough stuff. So we don't even have like Advil or anything like that in the house because I don't take it. I'd rather suffer through. I mean, if something got bad enough, I could go buy some, but I'm just not. Feel like I take enough medication where I don't want to take anything more. I definitely am feeling round ligament pain right around like my pelvis area, like almost where my hip is. Not terrible, every now and then, just if I move, like they say, if you get up quickly or whatever, I definitely feel that. My appetite has been just about the same. No real changes there. I still am not eating very much. I'm really hoping that continues after the pregnancy because I don't have a huge appetite. I have been craving sweets a little bit more, but because before they were making me kind of sick. But I still haven't. My weight is the exact same. Haven't gained or lost anything else. Excuse me. I've been hoarse. That's another thing I want to talk about. I don't, again, know if it's pregnancy related. Maybe it's mucus related. But I am so hoarse, especially in the morning. And I think maybe in the last couple of videos you maybe even noticed I'm definitely more hoarse than I normally am. I have bleeding gums when I brush my teeth, which they say, is a symptom at this point as well. And I've been feeling the baby move. I definitely know that's what it is. That's kind of weird to me because when I went in for the last ultrasound, they told me that it's going to be, she didn't really give me a time frame, but she said it's going to be later for me to feel the baby move because the placenta is in front. And I felt it since like 15 and a half weeks. It's not huge. It's not, real frequent or anything, just every now and then. It's mostly when I lay down, which they say that's, when you notice it more. That's what she told me in the ultrasound. Because when you're walking and things like that, the baby's getting jiggled around, so it doesn't move a lot on its own, they say, until you lay down, and then that's when it can, move on its own and everything. So that's really exciting. We didn't really buy anything for the baby during that week. That's pretty much it that I've talked about the symptoms. The one thing I want to talk about in this video, I've gotten a few questions in that question and answer video I posted. So I want to just do the attach the answers to this video. The first one was, what do you think the hardest thing was about trying to conceive? And by far, and I've always told everybody this that's asked me, it was the constant roller coaster of everything. Normally when stressful things happen in life, you have time to just from my own experiences, you have time to adjust to what's happening. Generally speaking, again, from my experience, when really stressful things happen, it's something that's either going to last for a long period of time or it's going to be quick and be over with. Like, I don't know. I think it was like taking a test. You know what I mean? Like studying hard for a test, take tests, and it's over with. It's not something that continues over and over and over and over again, like infertility does. And that was definitely the hardest thing for me, is going through every single cycle, which is definitely why we took breaks. And in reality, now that I look back, I'm glad that there were times that I had to take breaks because, I had that cyst the one time. We didn't have insurance for that little bit because, psychologically, I needed those breaks. I just didn't ever... It's difficult for me to make the decision to stop trying to conceive because I keep thinking maybe the next month will be the month and I don't want to, Or like I feel like we should have done more before when I had insurance. When I lost insurance, I felt like, we could have already maybe been pregnant at this point. So it's such, it's just such a game. And you're just constantly, you go through it every single month, and it gets very difficult. The next question was, did you ever want to give up? And I absolutely did. Right before we conceived, actually, in October, I was actually thinking of stopping for a year or so. I wanted to finish school, finish my degree. And that in itself is like a whole thing. Like, I just think, and maybe this is just me, I don't, I guess it depends on where you are in your life. But, like, having a baby was such a huge part of our plans that I found myself trying to find something else to fill that void if we couldn't have kids. So, like, going to school was not something I really wanted, which is why I ended up quitting. But it was something I figured if I couldn't have kids, I'd be a teacher, and I'd have kids every year in my class. You know what I mean? But, I mean, this perfect example of I got to a point where I had to make a decision. I was either going to go and give, everything I had to trying to conceive, or I was going to go to school. I couldn't do both. It was too hard. And thankfully, I decided ultimately that it was more important that we tried the fertility treatment or infertility treatments, and we were able to conceive. So, how did your husband feel about trying to conceive? I think, even the most supportive husband in the world is not ever going to understand how difficult it is. And I don't think I ever realized that until now. My husband talks a lot about us doing this again. And that has never been my intention. My intention was always just to get pregnant once, have, our own biological child once. I don't really feel a need to do it again. Yeah, I mean, I'm still pregnant. I don't know. Maybe I will at some point. I don't know. But, so he really wants to do this again, and I think that indicates to me that it was maybe a little easier on him than it was on me. I mean, he went to all my doctor's appointments. He was very supportive, whenever I was bawling my eyes out or angry or whatever. But the fact that he could just be like, okay, let's do this again, I don't know. So I think it was probably a little easier on him, but I'm sure that he had his own issues that I don't even know of, So the next question was, did you plan on trying to have more kids after this baby? So I'm still undecided on that. He absolutely wants to try to do this again. I'm not sure exactly how that would work because I do plan on breastfeeding, and I don't want to take away from this child and try to, I'm trying to conceive the next child, because what if it takes us another couple years? I mean, I just don't know. I don't know how that would all work out. I'm not terribly concerned. I want to get through this pregnancy, have this baby, and see how I feel, because I'm sure that how I will feel will change. Do you plan on doing belly shots? Probably not. Even if I did, they wouldn't be till the very end. Because I'm so heavy, there's really nothing to see. That's another thing. I still am in the same clothes that I've been in, and I'm almost 19 weeks. I'll be 19 weeks tomorrow. Which I guess is a good thing about being heavy going into this, is that you don't have such an alteration of your body, which I guess is good. What is the best thing so far about being pregnant? I was thinking last night, we were Babies R Us, and I'll talk about this a little bit in my 18-week video. It's just nice after, like, you think, so, at least I did, you think so much while you're trying to conceive about how, like, it will feel to register for baby stuff, how it will feel to pick out a crib, how it will feel, because, like, you dream about stuff like that, but it's never, again, at least for us, it was never, like, it was just a dream, a fantasy, kind of like if you won the lottery, what you would do. To actually have the cash in your hand after winning the lottery, I'm sure is completely different, and that's how I feel about pregnant. That's the best thing about being pregnant, is that I feel like it's a long time thing that we have been wanting for so long. I've absolutely fantasized about doing, going, registering for baby stuff, having a baby shower, seeing the baby on the ultrasound, all that, and that's what's great. It's great that the dream is actually a reality now. The only other question I got was, I'm just wondering how old both my husband and I were. I am 32. He is 38. He's going to be 39 the month after the baby's born. So, And that's something else that kind of factors into whether or not we'll have more biological kids. Because as I get older, I know that the risks increase for like Down syndrome and things like that. And not only that, but, you know, I want to consider our age in it, because I don't want to be, I mean, it's already, I feel like it's already late enough. It's not even necessarily for me, but for my husband. I mean, he's almost 40. So, you know, that's kind of where the adoption comes in, where we want to adopt toddlers and things like that. Because, you know, they'll be older, and there's not as much of an age gap between us and the children. So that's that. I'll go ahead and do a next update here for 18 weeks. Hope you all are having a great day. Bye.